The sky, a picture of heaven on earth, has guided us throughout history. It influences our thoughts. We embrace them in science, religions, arts, and myths. To some, it is a celestial being that showcases a picturesque blend of science and art, a combination of life and love. This is a story about astrophotographers.
'Astronomy is like oxygen in the air. I need the sun to tell the time of the day. I need the moon to tell the month of the year in Muslim's calendar.
If we ask, okay, what is the importance of learning about the stars and caring about the night sky when it has no effect on my daytime life? Then you delete one big part of humanity, and that's curiosity. That differs us from other species, curiosity.
It really changes you in a way that you start to think that what you want to do for yourself. So it's a turning point in your life to have a burnout. So you really question everything. Is this good for me? Do I want to do this or not? And you start to think about yourself.
"600 kilometers north of Santiago, outskirts of Atacama Desert, northern Chile. Thanks to the exceptional transparency of its skies, here is home to the largest concentration of astronomical observatories in the world. Baba Tafreshi, the official ISO photo ambassador, is here. He will be staying for a few days to photograph the magnificent wonders of the night skies. Besides high altitude, nearly non-existent cloud cover, very dry air, no light pollution, and zero radio interference from human activities, this area is one of the best places in the world to conduct astronomical observations. Baba is planning to shoot few time lapses with La Silla Observatory as the foreground of the pictures. Unlike many of us, Baba usually starts his day in the evening. Here at the ISO's 3.6 meters telescope, Baba spends some time with his colleagues. They start their day watching the beautiful scenery overlooking Atacama Desert before starting work later. For Baba, his adventure starts now. Muonio, a small town in Lapland, a region in North Finland, also one of the most remote places on Earth. With a population of about 1 person per square kilometer, Muonio is also blessed with the cleanest air in Europe and third cleanest in the world. Situated in the Arctic Circle and famous for its winter tourism as well as being the birthplace of Santa Claus, Lapland is also well known for being the location to capture and watch Aurora Borealis. Antti Paitikainen, a born and bred Muonio, is loving every second of his life here. There are usually 4 seasons in a year, but here things are a bit different.
Normally you have 4 seasons in a year, but here in Lapland we said that we have 8 seasons. So there's a constant change in the circle of the nature. For example, now in February we are living the hot winter. So we have lots of snow, but the spring comes soon, so there will be different snow, there will be long days, shinier snow because it melts, and then we also split summer and autumn in 2 different parts. So there's a constant change in the nature over here.
A professional photographer and an aurora borealis chaser, Antti is busy during the northern hemisphere winter time. Besides being a photographer, he also runs a tourism business, providing accommodation, taking people into the wild, and organize aurora gazing.
We have a family business here in Muonio. We do hotels and safaris, so I work in our family business at the moment. So I do marketing, and then I take care of the northern lights in the company.
On the equator, Emma, a university student, has traveled to many places to fulfill her passion. This time around, she and a couple of her friends intend to go to Belitung, an island off South China Sea and Java Sea, Indonesia. On this side of the world, this time, there will be a clear view of the solar eclipse.
Total solar eclipse happens when the moon is right between the earth and the sun. But why does it not happen every year, every month? Because the orbital plane of the moon and the orbital plane of the sun differs, and during when it intersects, then you can get total solar eclipse.
Traveling to Belitung presents a whole different experience for her. In this trip, Emma and her team have to use multiple public transports, including a flight from Kuala Lumpur to Palembang, 5 hours on the road with an old bus to a jetty, then a ferry to Bangka Island, from which they have to take another ferry to Belitung Island. On top of that, the team has to make their way to the easternmost part of the island in order to fully optimize the time to observe the totality of the solar eclipse, which is about 2 minutes and 13 seconds. The team also needs to carry the equipment so that they can capture the images accurately. Even though he is originally from Iran, Baba feels a special connection with the southern hemisphere.
Honestly, the southern sky is more spectacular because the center of the galaxy or galactic core rises overhead, and this is not easy to beat in the northern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere we have brighter stars probably, especially in the winter nights. We have things like Ursa Major, Andromeda Galaxy, but things like the center of the galaxy being overhead at zenith, or the Magellanic Clouds, Southern Cross, and this magnificent nebula known as Carina, these are not available, not possible to see in the northern hemisphere.
It is not just about being in the southern sky. Baba has his own criteria on why he prefers some locations, in particular here in La Silla.
Usually, when I think about the top places, darkest sky places or stargazing destinations, there are a number of places that come to my mind. Definitely the first is Atacama Desert, Chile, as the best stargazing location probably in the southern hemisphere or even in the world, because there are many astrotourism facilities. Second would be La Palma. La Palma is an island in the Canaries, and that's also because an observatory, the darkest sky, is protected there. Third would be Himalayas, which I really enjoyed my trip to Nepal, and Himalayas near Everest, so high altitude, crystal clear sky and a stunning landscape. Then there are many national parks in the US, such as Grand Canyon National Park, Yosemite, which are major destinations for stargazers.
Having been involved in taking astrophotography images for about 20 years, Babak shares his vast experiences shooting at night. It may look beautiful in the picture, but the experience is more wholesome than any picture can display.
I had many of these failures during the astrophotography. People usually see the results, but for example, in 2001, I was shooting near the Zambezi River in Zambia, just a few nights before a solar eclipse. I was shooting Mars and a Scorpion over this beautiful river, but this river is also home to many crocodiles and hippos. I was illuminating a big rock, fascinating scenery with Mars above it and the river. And then there was two reflections on the rock all of a sudden. And the reflection starts to move on the rock. And then the whole rock starts to move towards me, and I realize it's a big, probably 3 to 4 ton hippo running towards me. So it was a failure because the exposure didn't continue and I had to run. Hippos are quite fast, and if you disturb them with a straight light at night, they can come towards you. They're actually sometimes more aggressive than crocodiles and more dangerous. We have this, nice imagination of hippo, but you don't want to get very close to them.